Welcome to the 2019 Facility Survey Training in MHPD. My name is Barbara Brown. I'm with the Office of Performance Measurement and Evaluation. Today I'm going to be reviewing for you how to complete the facility survey in MHPD, which is the first step in the patient characteristics survey process. PCS is conducted every 2 years, and the survey week for the next PCS is this October 21st through the 27th. The PCS is the only OMH data source that contains client-level data across all public mental health service programs. As such, PCS is invaluable for managing New York State's public mental health system, and OMH relies on the data you provide when we comply with federal reporting requirements and assist local governments with mental health services planning and budgeting. Documents for the PCS 2019 are available on the PCS homepage, and I'll display the link later in the presentation. So let's take a look at our discussion points for today. I'll start out with an overview of MHPD and the facility survey, provide instructions in getting started with the survey, review the survey at the facility and program level, and finish with the completion of the survey and post-survey edits. What is the purpose of the facility survey? Well, the Mental Health Provider Data Exchange, MHPD, is the application that you use to update contact and other information about your facility and programs. It updates OMH's Master Program Directory. The Master Program Directory that it updates feeds all the information systems here at OMH, including the Find a Mental Health Program portal. MHPD is also used to field program-level surveys, such as the facility survey. Now, the purpose of facility survey is to allow facilities to quickly and conveniently make corrections and updates to their program information in MHPD in preparation for PCS. You can remove programs that are no longer active and add any programs that you have not yet added. You can also designate a PCS coordinator to be the contact between your facility and OMH while PCS is occurring. The PCS coordinator will receive all notifications sent out by OMH about PCS, including information about training sessions in the PCS practice platform. So how do you get there? On the OMH website, which you can find here at omh.ny.gov, you will see listed in the menu at the top of the OMH homepage a link for behavioral health providers. Clicking that link will take you to this page, Behavioral Health Resources and Tools page, which has many useful links for providers. Among them, you'll find links to MHPD, PCS, and SMS. As I mentioned, one of the places you can go from this page is to the MHPD homepage, which you would do by clicking on the name here. That'll bring up the MHPD homepage. Now, once here, you'll find all the information about MHPD, including how to get access to your program by contacting the security manager at your facility. Users gain access through the process of having their facility's security manager add them as a new user and granting them access to MHPD and the security management system. This first link, getting access to MHPD via the security management system, SMS, on this homepage will take you to additional information on how that process works. It is an easy and considerably more secure process for your facility and your data. If you already have access to MHPD but have lost your password or user ID, your security manager can assist you by looking up your user ID and or resetting your password. You should, just as regular practice, make sure that your security manager is kept up to date with any email, phone, title, or name changes you may undergo, so that these changes can be entered in SMS and submitted to OMH in case we need to contact you. On the OMH page, you'll find also a link to manuals, this third bullet. This link includes sections on basic use of MHPD, a user's manual, as well as how to submit change requests and administrative actions. There's also a whole section on completing the facility survey. These manuals can answer any questions you have after this training, and if someone else is going to be completing the facility survey, it's a good resource to start off with. Other resources on this home page include a page on frequently asked questions, and a list of definitions of various terms you may hear in reference to MHPD, but do not quite know, and a link to help find a mental health program in your community. To enter the MHPD application, you're going to go to the second bullet and click on the link MHPD. You will be required to enter a user ID and password. Now, when you log in, the first screen you'll be looking at is the Verify Contact Information page. You will see your own contact information down below, your user ID, name, title, email address, and phone number. If any of this information is incorrect, please click the No up in the right-hand corner gold menu box and contact your security manager, which would be listed here in this circled area, with a phone and email address. You will be taken back to the page where you click the MHPD menu bar. Your security manager can go into the security management system and update your information, a process that takes only a minute or two, and then you can get back in after the system refreshes, which is about every hour. So if your security manager makes any changes to your information, you're going to have to wait 1 hour before attempting to enter the application. If your email address is incorrect, this will hold up the process. So to avoid that, we are asking you to confirm your email each time you log in. Now, once everything is correct and you click yes in the gold menu bar box, you will be taken into MHPD. At the top, you will see the directory search page and this gold menu bar. One of the options is surveys, and you're going to click on that to enter the surveys page. The survey page would list all the surveys conducted in the MHPD, of which I'm only showing the facility survey for training purposes. Now, you're going to just click the little pencil icon over to the right end of the 2019 facility survey, and that will bring you right into the facility survey page. The first page of this survey shows the due date. The facility survey takes place April 2nd through the 30th. And the last day that the application or the survey will be open is April 30th. The second thing that you'll notice is a status bar listing how far along in the process you are. To complete the survey, you must check, verify, and update as needed your facility address and contact information for your executive director and your PCS coordinator, and the name and address for each of the programs your facility administers. Now, what you can see here is that Test Facility has not entered any response to whether their facility information is correct or anything about their PCS coordinator. They have not entered responses for any of the 4 programs they run, and in fact, there has been no activity in the survey whatsoever. Now, to move into the survey, click on the pencil icon over here to the right. And at the top of the facility survey, you'll find a text box that discusses what sorts of programs are required to report in PCS. Since the facility survey is designed specifically to correct information on facilities and the programs at a facility that report in PCS, it is a good idea for you to know which programs those are. The patient characteristics survey requires facilities to report on clients who receive direct services from treatment, rehabilitative, and support programs. Direct services are distinguished from administrative services. Direct services are provided to consumers or collaterals through face-to-face or telephone contact. Services may be provided individually or in a group setting. Services may be provided by the program itself or may be subcontracted. Programs offering only administration, for example, accounting, financial services, staff training, public education, discharge planning, coordination, linkage, or referral are not considered direct service providers. You will find that the direct services definition can be seen anytime you click on the adjacent question icon in the survey. So here are some examples. If your program is an employment program and you spend an hour on the phone with a client helping him or her find a job, that's considered a direct service, and you would be expected to report in the PCS. If your program only publishes a newspaper or trains mental health staff, those are not considered direct services and you do not report in PCS. Now, you may notice that a few of your direct service programs, such as transportation, are not listed. Guidelines for completing the 2019 PCS are available on the PCS homepage. In these guidelines, you see a list of a few program types that do not complete the PCS. We will address this again when we get to the PCS trainings in September, but that is basically all you need to know about direct services. Remember, if your facility does not provide direct services and you are not required to participate in the PCS, you still need to complete the facility survey. We are asking that you review your facility contact and executive director's information, which is found here on the facility information page. It's the first page of the survey. Look over the information about the facility and check your executive director's information to verify that both are correct. Here you see the information that is currently entered for test facility, address, county, and so on. The director's name and various contact information also appears here. The security manager's information is located below the facility director section on the facility survey. This is useful information to know who to contact if you need your access changed in order to make your edits. If your security manager has changed, your executive or facility director may appoint a new one. Returning back to the beginning of the survey, to the facility director's information. Now look over the facility information and make sure it is all correct. If you notice something's wrong or all you need to do is click on the little pencil icon to the right of the pink survey response box or the pencil icon in the upper right-hand corner of the page, and it will bring up a facility information change request. Now note that in order to see these pencils, you do have to have the right kind of access to make a change to your facility's information. To perform this kind of change request, you'll need provider admin access for your facility or county admin level access if yours is a county facility. If you can't find or you can't get into a facility information change request, you can contact your security manager and ask that he or she give you the correct access you need. Now, once you have your provider admin access, clicking on that pencil icon will bring up the Edit Agency and Facility page where you can create your own facility information change request. Note that you still see yellow information boxes, but now they're followed by sections in white, and the text boxes let you type in new information. The change request shows more information than the facility survey does. You can edit any items that need correcting, but make sure to correct facility address, director name, and contact information. Now, once you have worked your way down the entire change request and made any updates that you need to make, you're going to click Submit Change Request up in the floating gold menu box. Your change request will be submitted to OMH and you will receive an email confirming the request. This sort of change request must be approved by OMH before it is entered in MHPD. So when you return to the survey, which you will do by clicking Close in the floating gold menu box, you will not see corrections immediately, but that's okay, because you will indicate that you have made a change here in the pink survey response box. Each section of the facility survey is followed by response box, and each survey response box must have an answer selected before MHPD will allow you to submit your survey. This top box shows the answers available for the facility and director's information section of the survey. You can indicate that the information is all correct as shown and that all your programs are listed, or that you have submitted change requests to update information and or add programs as needed. about updating and or adding programs. Now, when you come into the facility survey and scroll down through your list of programs, you may find that one or more of your programs are not listed. All your treatment, rehabilitative, and support programs should be listed. You can go back to the directory search page by closing the survey without submitting, then clicking on the directory search tab in the menu bar, make sure that the program you are concerned about is in fact not listed. If that is the case, or you already know that the program is not listed, you can, in the Facility Information Survey response box of the facility survey, click the little P icon to the right of the box, and that'll bring up a screen to submit a change request to add an unlicensed program. If the program you are trying to add is a licensed program, you're going to have to back out of the facility survey by clicking Close Without Submitting in the floating gold menu box. This option will allow you to save your work so that you can submit requests to add the licensed program and return to the survey later. Now, when you do, you may notice that the status of the survey changes to no activity to partially complete. To return to the survey, simply follow the same steps, clicking the pencil icons on the appropriate screens. Go to the directory search page and click on the Administrative Action or Easy PAR or PAR icon, which appears to the far right of your facility name. Administrative Actions and Easy PARs function very much like change requests. Each of these forms covers different information, and instructions are provided in manuals accessed from the MHPD homepage. Now, on this slide, you'll see that I've shown a couple of other survey response boxes. They basically all have the same sorts of choices. Either the information above is correct, or I have made a change, and the response then also indicates what sort of change request has to be submitted to make that change happen. Each of these survey response boxes must have an answer in them before you can submit the survey. The next section of the facility survey involves updating the information about the PCS coordinator. When you first go into the survey, you will find that the person listed will be the individual who was your PCS coordinator for the previous survey in 2017. They'll display their name, email, and phone number. So please look this over carefully and make any corrections as needed by clicking on the pencil icon or the View Facility Contacts link. Your executive director appoints a PCS coordinator to be the point person for your facility for the duration of PCS. Now, ideally, this one person should be someone from your facility who knows something about PCS and who will attend the trainings in case someone asks questions, and who knows about the programs run by your facility. During PCS, we'll be calling the coordinator to check on why a program was not submitting or has not submitted information, or to inform them about solutions that we have worked out for particular issues you may be having at your facility. So it is an important role. If the PCS coordinator is correct as shown, you're going to select the PCS coordinator information is correct as shown in the pink survey drop-down response box. If you need to change the PCS coordinator or update their information, just click on that little pencil icon or the View Facility Contacts to pull up the Facility Contact screen, a feature in MHPD that allows you to identify persons in your facility having specific roles. We're going to focus on the person identified to be your PCS coordinator. On this page, you will be able to add, edit, and delete contacts if someone is assigned as a PCS coordinator. You will see that name listed under Facility Contacts. You will also note that the facility contact type displays as PCS coordinator. If you find the need to delete your PCS coordinator contact, you may do so by clicking on the little X over to the right. If you would like to edit the contact displayed, you just click on the little pencil icon. And if you do not have a contact listed, you may add one by clicking on the New Facility Contact, where you assign the user the role of PCS coordinator. So let's click on the New Facility Contact to bring us to the top half of the form. So as in any of our applications, if you notice an asterisk at the beginning of a field name, that indicates that the field is required and that you must provide an answer. Here you see that first name, last name, email, phone, address, and city are required fields. If you click Update Facility Contact and any of these fields are left blank, you will be directed to go back and enter information in them. So once you complete the required fields, fill out the top half. In the bottom half of the facility contact page, you'll see a list of contact types. To assign the role of PCS coordinator, locate the PCS coordinator contact in the list and click the corresponding checkbox. Please note that there are many examples of facility contacts listed on this slide. You do not have to assign a person to each role. We are just concerned about the PCS coordinator. The PCS coordinator role is the person that we provide information to throughout the process. So, for example, training sessions and availability of the PCS practice platform. Be sure that all the required fields are completed and the contact type is a required field. So be sure that this is checked. So once you have that completed and once you have finished entering your information, you can click the Update Facility Contact link and then click Return, and that'll bring you back to the Facility Contact page. You should see your newly added or edited contact listed. This information does not need OMH approval, and it should correct itself in the facility survey immediately. But please be sure to choose the I have corrected the PCS coordinator information option in the pink survey response box if you made any changes, even though the information now looks correct. Underneath the PCS coordinator, you will find the next section of facility survey. Ask you to correct and update information about the programs your facility operates. We're going to look at examples for unlicensed programs and then licensed programs, though the programs will appear in order of the program type number. So when you look down the list of programs, you will be able to see what is going on if you look at the colored banners. Here, a blue banner indicates where this section starts, which is for an advocacy program 008. The section for each program you need to check will begin with either a blue or green banner, and end with a pink survey response box, as you see here at the bottom. Please check each program to make sure that the program name, type, address, and county are correct, and that it correctly shows whether the program provides direct services, as defined here on the screen. If the information is correct, please choose the program main site information is correct as shown. If you need to submit a change to the information shown, click on the little pencil icon to open the edit screen. If you're changing information, make your changes and submit your request. Then when returning here, click I submitted a change request. Your request will go through the normal review process and MHPD will be adjusted, so you won't see the results immediately. You'll notice that there's also another option in this drop-down. If your program no longer functions at all or is not OMH funded, you should close it out in MHPD. You should do this whenever you close a program, but if you have neglected to do so for a program that closed in the past, you can do it now. To close a program, click on the pencil icon, the same as you would to update information. This will open up a change request screen here. Now, the process is fairly simple. About halfway down, you'll find a box labeled Program Status, which you'll find that the default is open. Use that drop-down menu to change that to Closed. And then, in the box below, Close Date, enter the actual date the program closed, or as best you can. A word of caution, do not close a program if you're not sure. Sometimes facilities use this option carelessly, and that leads to problems later with financial reporting, and sometimes having to reopen a program is problematic. If you are not sure about a program, please check before closing. Your financial department and staff should know, since they will be able to look at the funding and say whether the program still receives funding or even still exists. Check with them or with your executive director, whoever you need to, in order to confirm that the program is really closed. Otherwise, if you know that the program is closed, now would be the perfect time to get it closed out in MHPD so that you won't have to deal with it again later during PCS. Once you have made sure and entered the correct close date, scroll down to the bottom of the form and put a brief description of when and why the program closed in the requester's comments box. Then you can click Submit Change Request in the floating gold menu box. You will get this confirmation that your change request has been submitted. Here's the change request number, 1711, which you will need to write down because the application will ask you for it in a later step. This pop-up also indicates that you will be receiving an email notification about having submitted the change request, and a second one after the request has been approved or denied by OMH. Clicking OK returns you to the change request so you can look it over if you need to, and then click Close in the floating gold menu box, which will take you back to the facility survey, where you can find the pink survey response box for the program that you have just closed. In the drop-down menu, you're going to select I submitted a request to close the program. Doing so will bring up a little box underneath, and it will ask you to enter the change request number, 1711, that you wrote down in the previous step. We're asking that you enter the number here to ensure that the change request is done in a timely fashion. Please take a moment to make sure you have the correct number, as this box will not accept a CR number that is not a change request to close this particular program, and an error message will pop up indicating that the CR number is invalid. Now, as an aside, it might happen that you submitted a change request prior to starting the facility survey to close a particular program, but that change request is still pending. In that case, there will already be a change request number that you can find by looking in My Change Request, which you can locate in the main menu of MHPD, or by finding the email that was sent to you when you submitted the change request. Once you locate it, enter it in the pink survey response box. Now, that's pretty much everything about unlicensed programs. Now a little bit about licensed programs. Now, some licensed programs have both main and satellite sites. In the facility survey, sites are delineated by a green banner instead of a blue one. Here you can see clearly an example of what I mean by that. This is a clinic treatment program. Acme Mohawk Clinic is located at 500 North Main Street, and below it you will see the satellite site called Acme Mohawk Satellite 1, located at 510 North Street, Main Street. We've tried to make it a bit easier to spot sites by making the banner for them green, but just so you know, when you are providing information in the facility survey about sites, you will treat them pretty much the same way you do the main program when reviewing the information. Now, as I noted earlier, when I described the need to add programs, you cannot submit a change request for a licensed program. You will need to submit an administrative action or an easy PAR. Of course, if the information you see listed here is correct, all you need to do is select that option in the pink survey response box, and you're all set. Another quick aside, state facilities use a different system for updating family care sites. Please continue to operate as you have in the past when making corrections, and note that the pink survey response box for your family care sites offers the options that the information is correct or that you will fix as needed. Once you have finished with everything, click the Submit Survey in the floating gold menu box at the top screen. If you had missed anything, the facility survey will help you out by showing you this error message. This is also a quick way for you to check if you have missed anything. When clicking Submit Survey will take you to the first box that needs an answer, And we'll repeat the process until all the pink survey response boxes have answers. You can click the little X over to the right to get rid of the error message, and then select your response in the drop-down below. If you have done everything you need to do, when you click Submit Survey, you will see a pop-up box asking you, do you want to submit the survey? In case you would like a second chance to look over your survey, you can then click OK and submit the survey to us here at OMH if everything is completed. And the survey is returned to us, and you will be returned to the facility survey screen where we first started, and where we saw that status bar, and the survey status should now read complete. If you see complete, you have successfully finished the facility survey. Congratulations. Two quick notes about what happens after you successfully complete the survey. If you realize you have made a mistake or you need to update your PCS coordinator, you can, at any time, click on the pencil icon over here to the right and go back in and amend the survey. Once you do so, click Submit Survey again, and that will resubmit it to us with the corrections. The second thing you may notice, if you have to add a program that is not an MHPD, is that program sites number here may change. For instance, instead of 404 complete, it may read 405 complete. As long as the word complete appears here, you have completed the survey. However, it is important that you update your program list for any programs that open or close before the start of PCS data collection this October. So I showed you how to get to the SMS and MHPD home pages from resources for providers. The reference manuals are listed here, as well as the PCS web address. On the PCS home page, you'll find the 2019 PCS calendar and the survey form in PDF. If you have any questions, feel free to drop us an email at mhpd@omh.ny.gov. We will provide any answers to your questions by email, phone, and on the FAQs for facilities page that we will update regularly on the MHPD homepage. Also, to enable any MHPD accounts, please call the 1-800-435-7697 and select option 2. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.